Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You know, life has a way of teaching you lessons, whether you're ready for them or not. And one of the greatest lessons I've learned is this: not everyone who stands beside you is truly with you. See, a true friend is not just the one who claps when you're winning. No, no, no. A true friend is the one who still stands with you when you're losing. When the lights go out, when the crowd leaves, when the world says you're done, that's when you see who's real. A true friend is not afraid to tell you the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts, but they tell you because they love you. They tell you because they see what you can be, not just what you are. A fake friend will flatter you. A real friend will challenge you. Here's an expanded version of the first key point turned into a deep and engaging discussion about loyalty through tough times. Life is unpredictable. In one moment, everything is going well. You have success, happiness, and people around you who seem to cheer you on. But the real test of any relationship, especially friendship, is not in the good times. It's in the moments when everything falls apart. That's when you see who truly stands beside you. A true friend is someone who remains by your side when you are at your lowest, when you are struggling, when the world seems to turn its back on you. They don't walk away when things get uncomfortable. They don't distance themselves when you are no longer useful to them. Instead, they step forward, offering you strength, comfort, and a reminder that you are not alone. Many people will claim to be your friend when you are winning, when you are successful, when you have something to offer. These are the friends who celebrate with you, laugh with you, and appear to enjoy your presence. But what happens when you lose your job, when you fail at something, when you go through heartbreak, financial struggles, or a personal crisis? That is the moment when the crowd thins out. Suddenly, the phone calls stop. The messages become less frequent. The people who once enjoyed your company start to disappear, one by one. It is in these moments that you begin to see the difference between those who were just there for the good times and those who are truly your friend. A real friend doesn't disappear when the party is over. They stay behind to help clean up the mess. A true friend understands that loyalty is not just about presence, it is about commitment. It is easy to stand beside someone when they are strong, but true friendship means standing beside them when they are weak. When you are struggling, a real friend doesn't judge you, doesn't make you feel worse, and doesn't abandon you out of convenience. Instead, they remind you of who you are. They offer encouragement when you feel like giving up. They listen when you need to vent. They check on you when others have moved on. Their loyalty is not dependent on your status, your wealth, or your ability to provide something in return. It is based purely on their care for you as a person. There is a story that often comes to mind when I think about true friendship. Imagine two friends walking together through a storm. The rain is heavy, the wind is strong, and the path ahead is unclear. One friend stumbles, slipping into the mud. A false friend may hesitate, look around, and consider whether helping is worth the effort. Maybe they worry about getting dirty themselves, or they might feel it's easier to keep walking alone. But a true friend doesn't hesitate. They reach down, grab your hand, and pull you back up. They don't care about the rain, the mud, or how difficult it is. They care about you. Think about the moments in your life when you were struggling. Maybe it was a time when you felt lost, when you had no clear direction, when you were dealing with personal pain or setbacks. Who was there? Who called to check on you? Who made sure you didn't face it alone? Those are the people who deserve the title of friend. And on the other hand, ask yourself, when your friends have been in dark places, did you stand by them? Did you offer them your presence and support? Or did you step away because it was inconvenient? Friendship is not just about receiving love and loyalty, it is also about giving it. Loyalty and friendship is often tested in ways we least expect. Sometimes life puts us in situations where we have to choose between what is easy and what is right. Standing by someone who is going through a hard time is not always easy. It takes patience, compassion, and effort. Sometimes being a true friend means sitting with them in silence when they are too tired to speak. It means reminding them of their worth when they feel broken. It means defending them when others speak against them. And sometimes it means staying even when they try to push you away because their pain makes them feel unworthy of love. There are people who will only stick around as long as they can benefit from the friendship. They will smile in your face when things are good, but the moment things turn dark, they disappear without a word. These are the people who like the idea of being associated with you, but they were never truly invested in you. It's important to recognize the difference. A real friend will walk with you through the storm, not just enjoy the sunshine with you. Loyalty is not something that can be bought, forced, or demanded. It is freely given by those who genuinely care. And when you find someone who is truly loyal to you, someone who stays when life is difficult, someone who supports you when you have nothing to offer in return, you hold on to that friendship. You appreciate it, because in a world where so many relationships are based on convenience, finding a person who is truly loyal is one of the greatest treasures life can give. So ask yourself, who are the friends in your life that have stood by you in your hardest moments? Who are the people that, no matter what, have never turned their back on you? And just as importantly, are you that kind of friend to someone else? Because at the end of the day, friendship is not measured by words, it is measured by actions. And loyalty, true loyalty, is the foundation of any real meaning. Honesty is the foundation of any true friendship. Without it, a friendship is built on illusion rather than trust. A real friend is not someone who merely agrees with everything you say, flatters you, or avoids difficult conversations to keep the peace. A true friend is someone who has the courage to tell you the truth, even when it is uncomfortable, even when it might hurt, and even when you don't want to hear it. This kind of honesty is not about criticism or cruelty. It is about love and respect. A friend who truly cares will not allow you to make mistakes without warning you, nor will they watch you go down the wrong path without trying to guide you back. This is what separates superficial acquaintances from deep, meaningful friendships. People often seek validation rather than truth. It is human nature to want reassurance, to hear that everything we are doing is right, and to be surrounded by people who agree with us. But growth does not come from constant agreement. It comes from being challenged, from being held accountable, and from having people in our lives who are willing to tell us when we are wrong. A true friend does not just support you blindly. They support you by being honest, by giving you advice that is in your best interest, and by ensuring that you do not deceive yourself. A person who only tells you what you want to hear is not truly your friend. They are someone who prioritizes your approval over your well-being. There will be times in life when emotions cloud judgment. In these moments, people make impulsive decisions, hold on to toxic relationships, or ignore the consequences of their actions. A false friend will remain silent, unwilling to risk conflict. They may think, "It's not my place to say anything," or "I don't want to upset them." But a real friend understands that silence is not always kindness. If they see you making a mistake, they will speak up. They will tell you with honesty and concern that you are not making the best decision. They will not allow you to harm yourself or sabotage your own happiness just because telling you the truth might be uncomfortable. Their goal is not to hurt you, but to protect you, even when that protection comes in the form of difficult truths. The most valuable friendships are those where both people can be completely open and honest with each other. This does not mean constantly pointing out flaws or being unnecessarily harsh. It means creating an environment where both people trust that honesty is coming from a place of love. A true friend will tell you if you are being unfair, if you are wrong about something, or if your behavior is hurting yourself or others. They do this because they want the best for you, not because they enjoy correcting you. And in return, they expect the same honesty from you. When honesty is mutual, it strengthens the bond between friends. It creates a relationship where both people know that they are valued for who they truly are, rather than for an illusion of perfection. There is also another side to honesty in friendship. It is not just about pointing out mistakes, but also about giving genuine encouragement. A true friend does not just correct you when you are wrong, they also uplift you when you are doubting yourself. They tell you when you are doing well, when you are being too hard on yourself, and when you deserve to recognize your own achievements. Just as they will not let you deceive yourself with false confidence, they will not let you fall into self-doubt when you are more capable than you believe. Their honesty is not just about pointing out what needs to change, it is also about reminding you of your strength. At times, honesty in friendship can lead to conflict. No one likes to be told they are wrong, and sometimes hearing the truth is painful. There may be moments when a friend's honesty makes you feel defensive, angry, or even betrayed. But in the long run, those moments of honesty will prove to be some of the most valuable. If a friend tells you something that upsets you, take a step back and ask yourself, are they telling me this to hurt me, or are they telling me this because they care? More often than not, their honesty is a sign of deep respect. They believe you are strong enough to hear the truth, and they value your friendship enough to risk upsetting you for your own good. Many friendships fade because people are unwilling to be honest with each other. Small misunderstandings grow into larger problems, unspoken frustrations turn into resentment, and a lack of honesty leads to a lack of trust. But friendships built on honesty are the ones that last. When two people know they can be truthful with each other without fear, their friendship becomes unbreakable. They do not have to walk on eggshells or pretend to be something they are not. They can rely on each other for guidance, for support, and for the kind of truth that leads to real growth. A true friend is someone who gives selflessly, someone who supports you, not because of what they can gain from you, but because they genuinely care about your happiness and well-being. In a world where many relationships are transactional, where people often form connections based on what they can get in return, real friendship stands out as something deeper and more meaningful. A true friend is there for you not only when it is convenient, but when you truly need them. They do not keep score, they do not expect repayment for their kindness, and they do not walk away when their friendship requires effort. Instead, they offer support in the purest form, without conditions, without expectations, and without hesitation. Life is full of ups and downs, and during difficult moments, true friendship reveals itself. When you are struggling, a real friend will not turn their back on you because you have nothing to offer in return. They will not distance themselves when you are facing hardships, nor will they disappear when your life becomes complicated. Instead, they will step up, offering their time, their presence, and their strength. Their concern is not based on what they can gain, but on how they can help. This kind of support is rare, and when you find it, it is something to be cherished. Support in friendship comes in many forms. Sometimes it is as simple as listening, truly listening when you need to talk. In a world where so many people are focused on themselves, having someone who takes the time to understand your thoughts, your feelings, and your struggles is invaluable. A real friend listens, not to respond, but to understand. They do not interrupt with their own problems or make the conversation about themselves. Instead, they give you space to express yourself, offering comfort and guidance when needed. Knowing that someone is willing to sit with you in your struggles without judgment is one of the greatest gifts a friend can give. Beyond listening, A true friend also takes action. If they see you in pain, they do not just offer words of encouragement. They step in to help in whatever way they can. This could be as small as offering a shoulder to cry on, or as big as standing up for you when you are too weak to stand up for yourself. It could mean sacrificing their own time, energy, or even resources to ensure that you are okay. They do not do this because they expect the same in return. They do it because your well-being matters to them. A true friend also celebrates your victories with the same enthusiasm as they support you through your struggles. This is a test of real friendship. Are the people in your life genuinely happy when you succeed? A false friend may act supportive, but secretly feel envious of your achievements. They may smile to your face while resenting your happiness behind your back. But a real friend celebrates with you as if your success were their own. They feel no jealousy, no competition, no resentment, only joy for you. They recognize that your victories do not take anything away from them, and they uplift you because they want to see you thrive. In many friendships, support is easy to give when both people are in the same position. But true friendship is tested when one person is struggling while the other is thriving. A real friend will not distance themselves just because your life circumstances have changed. They will not make you feel like a burden when you are going through a rough time. Nor will they disappear when your struggles become inconvenient for them. Instead, they will offer the same support, the same kindness, and the same friendship, no matter what stage of life you are in. This selflessness in friendship does not mean sacrificing your own well-being entirely. A true friend gives generously, but not to the point of being taken advantage of. There is a difference between being a supportive friend and being in a one-sided relationship, where only one person gives while the other only takes. True friendship is built on mutual care. While real friends do not keep score, they also understand that friendship should not be one-sided. Both people should be willing to support each other, to show up for each other, and to give without expecting anything in return. One of the most beautiful things about selfless friendship is that it creates a space where both people feel safe. In a true friendship, you do not have to pretend to be okay when you are struggling. You do not have to hide your pain out of fear that the other person will walk away. You know that no matter what happens, your friend will be there, offering the same love, the same understanding, and the same support, no matter how difficult things become. This kind of friendship is rare, but when you find it, it is one of the most powerful forces in life. A real friend reminds you that you are not alone, that someone cares deeply for you, and that you always have someone to lean on when the world feels too heavy. And just as they support you, you must also be willing to support them in return. Friendship is not about taking endlessly from another person. It is about giving, about being there for each other, about lifting each other up, no matter what life brings. So when you think about your friendships, ask yourself, do the people in your life truly support you? And just as importantly, are you the kind of friend who gives without expectation, who supports without conditions, and who stands by the people you care about no matter what? Because real friendship is not about convenience, it is about commitment. And when you find someone who is truly there for you, in good times and bad, that is a friendship worth holding on to. Trust is the foundation of any deep and meaningful friendship. Without trust, a relationship remains fragile, easily broken by misunderstandings, doubts, and insecurities. A true friend is someone you can rely on, someone who keeps their word, and someone who makes you feel safe, emotionally, mentally, and even physically. Trust is not something that is built overnight. It takes time, consistency, and proof that both people are dependable and loyal. When trust is present, a friendship becomes unshakable, capable of withstanding distance, hardships, and even disagreements. It is the invisible thread that holds a friendship together, allowing both people to be vulnerable without fear of judgment or betrayal. One of the key aspects of trust in friendship is reliability. A true friend is someone who follows through on their promises. They do not say one thing and do another. If they tell you they will be there for you, they show up, not just when it is easy, but especially when it is hard. They do not make empty commitments or cancel plans at the last minute without a valid reason. Their words match their actions, and that consistency builds confidence in the friendship. Over time, you learn that you can depend on them, that if you ever need support, they will not disappear or make excuses. Trust also means keeping each other's secrets. In a world where people often gossip and spread private information for entertainment or personal gain, a true friend is someone who protects what you share with them. When you confide in them about your fears, your dreams, your past mistakes, or your personal struggles, you do so with the belief that your words will stay between you. A real friend understands that what you share is not meant for the world. It is a sign of trust, and they respect that trust. They do not betray you for attention or use your vulnerabilities against you. Instead, they hold your secrets close, treating them with the care and discretion they deserve. Trust is also about loyalty. A true friend does not turn their back on you when times get tough. They do not switch sides when it is convenient, nor do they abandon you when you are struggling. Loyalty means standing by your side, defending you when necessary, and believing in your character even when others try to bring you down. In life, there will always be moments when people talk behind your back, spread rumors, or try to create distance between you and your friends. A real friend is someone who does not entertain negativity about you. They do not join in gossip or remain silent when someone speaks poorly of you. Instead, they defend your name when you are not around, just as they would if you were standing beside them. Trust also creates a safe space in a friendship. In a world where many people wear masks and pretend to be someone they are not, a true friend allows you to be your authentic self. When trust exists, you do not have to put on a show or hide parts of who you are. You can share your joys, your fears, your insecurities, and your flaws without the fear of being judged or abandoned. A real friend accepts you as you are, and that acceptance makes it easier for you to be honest, open, and vulnerable. Trust is delicate. It takes years to build, but only moments to break. A betrayal, no matter how small, can shake the foundation of a friendship and create wounds that are difficult to heal. This is why true friends are careful with each other's trust. They do not play with emotions, break promises, or engage in behavior that could harm the friendship. They recognize the value of trust and treat it with the respect it deserves. At times, trust will be tested. There may be misunderstandings, disagreements, or mistakes that create doubt. But in a real friendship, trust allows both people to have honest conversations and work through their differences rather than walking away. A friendship built on trust is not easily broken because both people understand that the connection they share is more important than any temporary conflict. They are willing to forgive, to listen, and to rebuild if necessary. Trust also means believing in each other. A true friend has faith in you even when you doubt yourself. They see your potential, they believe in your abilities, and they remind you of your worth when you forget it. If you are facing a challenge, they encourage you to keep going because they trust that you have the strength to overcome it. And just as they trust in you, you trust in them. You know that they will always have your back, always want the best for you, and always tell you the truth. When you find a friendship built on trust, it is one of the greatest gifts in life. It is a bond that brings peace, comfort, and stability. You never have to second guess their intentions, question their loyalty, or wonder if they will be there when you need them. You know with certainty that they are a part of your life, not out of convenience, but because they truly value you. So, as you think about the friendships in your life, ask yourself, do you trust the people around you? And more importantly, are you someone who can be trusted? Because trust is not just something we receive, it is something we must also give. When both people honor, trust, respect it, and protect it, a friendship becomes something unbreakable, something rare, and something worth cherishing for a lifetime.